Hi guys, I'm back. So we're gonna do this three-piece pour, and I want to do it right down the middle. So the background's gonna be white, and then I'm gonna come in with a really small little cup. See that? Really small. And I'm going to pour in the middle. I've got my big palette knife from upstairs, so I'm hoping that it's gonna work out. So I'm gonna glove up and we're gonna start. Now, I've been getting a lot of questions about the paint, and I understand that a lot of people are asking, you know, what colors they are, because they might be very appealing to a lot of people. But what I really do is, like I have explained a couple of times, this is a phthalo blue and green with titanium white. And if you put in a little bit more green than blue, you get the green shade. And the more titanium you put in, the lighter the color gets. So this is a little bit less green and more white, and that's sort of how it works. I'm just going to mix up a little bit more, making it a little bit lighter from color. See that? That lightens it up right away. So I have two colors of turquoise green. Then I have my green, which I make myself, and I'll get the original. This is the original. It's number 483, and it's called Permanent Green Light. And all you do is put a little bit of yellow, and it doesn't matter which color yellow, as long as it's yellow. And then instead of this sort of a, I don't know, artificial green, you get a green that really matches the pour, as you can see here. Now this one is Prussian blue. And if you really want to get into my colors, all you have to do is Google the color chart for Winsor & Newton, and then you put this one in, Galeria. That's the model of the paint. Okay, and then I have this color, but I'm not going to be using this color today because I'm not really fond of this color. So in the background is titanium white. This has no silicone in it. All the colors here do. And I've had a couple of emails asking me about the silicone. Every single silicone you can buy will work, but when you use the spray silicone, and I'll show you in a bit, zippity-doo-dah, this one I use at the moment. That's what I always use, dimethicone. But if you've seen a lot of my videos, you've seen me use this one a lot. And this is a spray, and the disadvantage of the spray is that you get a lot of those little pinholes in the paint. So a lot of people have been emailing me about those pinholes, and my experience is with silicone in a bottle, you get way less pinholes. So if you only can buy this type of silicone, and it is like Silicone Blaster, liquid silicone, spray silicone, WD-40, and all those brands that come in a can, the best thing you can do is buy one of these little bottles, buy an empty one, then outside you go and you spray the bottle full of your spray silicone. Then what you do is you have to have a little hole so the pressure can escape, and every once in a while you just shake it like this, and then it'll just keep on, all those pressure bubbles will be released from the silicone, and after a couple of days it will be just like silicone in a little bottle. The only reason that I'm doing the dimethicone is because it is, there are no additives. Now if you buy silicone in a bottle, in a spray can, the problem is because it's for metals, and it's for key locks and all ball bearings and all kinds of stuff, hinges. there will be additives in here that I don't think are very healthy. So if you can, go and switch to dimethicone, or if you can't get that, it is on eBay. But if you can't get it, then you can go for treadmill lubricant. That is 100% silicone, and that will work also. I've used that a couple of times, and it's very, very close to dimethicone. So that's the whole thing, how I work. So if you want to check it out, Winsor & Newton, Galeria, pull up the color chart. You'll see all the colors. What I use in these C colors is usually the Prussian blue. I mix my own turquoises. I have a green, and I use the white. And if you want to, you know, mix it up, you could even lighten this up with titanium, and you could make another shade of turquoise, and you could even go and make this even a lot lighter and use it. So then instead of 4 colors, you'd have 7. So you have a lot of ways to change your pour. So that's how I do it. Now, what I want to do is, I am sort of, you know, I read this morning someone that said, you know, the whole pouring acrylics is pretty boring because first you think about how you're going to pour, you have to think about what you're going to pour on, then you're mixing paint for I don't know how many hours, and then when you get to it, it's all over in 5 minutes. Well, that is pretty depressive. I don't see it like that. I think about, you know, when I choose my colors, that's when all the creativeness starts. So while I'm mixing those colors, I'm thinking about how I'm going to pour, and I'm thinking about how I'm going to, you know, move my hands to make that pour happen. And, you know, it's just, I'm getting into that Zen mode. I absolutely am convinced that when right now these colors were all over from yesterday, so I didn't mix those. All I mixed is the background white. And then you're not totally in the Zen mode. When I mix all the colors, I'm totally Zen. Then by the time I do the pour, I'm still Zen. And right now, I am not. So that's the difference between it. So take that time that you're mixing colors, put on a little music or a TV show, and, you know, just relax and have some fun with it. Now, there's 2 things I can do. The first is that I could pour the stripe I want to pour first, then put the white on either sides, both sides, and then, you know, flop it over. I could do that, or I can just make a whole white background and just pour it on top. And I think I'll do that because I don't think I've ever done that before. So that might be something new. Now, I did put plastic under the canvases because of a couple of people said the push pins make such a irritating noise, so I hope that's going to help it a little bit. So this is the white that does have the silicone in it, and I'm going to start with that. And I'm going to make 2 cups because I'm pretty sure I won't have enough with 1. Now these are really tiny. These are 30 milliliter cups, and they are washable, and I can just wash them, and they can I can use them many times. Let's put some color in there, a little bit less in this one. And then I'm going to go with a lot more of this color in here, a little less in that. And I'm going to go with the green. Let's see if that is okay. Yeah, it is. Okay, now I am going to stir it because this is going to be the ribbon on top. So that one's ready. Stirring this one. This one's ready. And now I'm going to come in with the white, which has no silicone. Gotta repeat that. Just pouring it on the canvas. And with the palette knife, I'll take the small one. I'll keep the big one for the swipe. So I'm going to smooth it out all over the canvas. There it is, just like making a little sandwich with a little bit of butter on top. That's number one. And I can always, you know, do the sides later. And this is also a nice way to get rid of the little bit of bubbles that I had left. Nice and smooth. And I am going to make sure that it's a nice smooth surface. Scoop up a little of that white. Don't want to waste too much. Oops, there's something in there. Gotta get that out. Okay, we're about ready. I'm just making sure that the sides are of the top and the bottom one, I want them to be covered. Helping it over the side. There it is. Nice and smooth. Now doing the same to this one, making sure the sides are done. I can do this after the video, but I think I'll just do it now. There we go. Oops. Gotta hold it here. Okay. Making it come down a bit. Because maybe this is, I'm sort of experimenting here, because by tilting it, I'm making sure that the paint on the canvas, which I will be pouring the ribbons over, is not too thick. So that might really do something different to the paint, but we'll see when I'm ready. So that's nice and smooth. Smoothing that one out, that one. Okay. Oops, letting it come down a little bit. Okay, we got 3 smooth canvases. Just have to get a little rag. And we're ready to do the top pour. Now, here we go. Want to put them close together so you can see the whole pour. That's it. And I'm going to come back in here with a little more green and go right over the top. Now I'm going to swoop it a little bit, not too much, but I am going to let it come down. And come down this way, putting it back down. Ooh, it's really moving nicely. Oops, a little bit down there. That's kind of cool. See, now we have one nice matching pour on top. Now I'm going to come in with my torch because we do want a little bit more action in those ribbons. And I'm going to hold it up really high. And now I'm going to swipe just to get rid of the bubbles. Trying to get in between because I want the sides to have a little bit of cells down there. Now, as you'll notice, what you're going to see is, let me clean off this, then I can point at it. Let me do it with the brush. You will see here and up here and there, the whole side will, you know, they will automatically do stuff because it has the chance to pour into the white, and I think that gives it something really special. So you'll see those grow. If you go back, if you do the video, if you put it back a little bit and then let it go forward, you'll see those things grow. They're getting bigger and bigger and bigger as we speak. And that is sort of what I had in mind, I was hoping for. Not sure it was going to happen, because I know that a lot of people take a straw and sort of blow those things in there, but you don't have to. If you have patience, you'll see those sort of grow into that white all by themselves. And I sort of like that better than blowing, because when you blow it, some kind of, it just gives away that you've manipulated the paint a little bit. And what you're seeing here is just, you know, spontaneously it grew, it's growing, and oh, it is beautiful, it really is. And I'm not going to pick them up this time, guys, I'm sorry, but because I'm too afraid if I pick this up and show you up close, that'll drip on one of these other ones, and I don't want to do that. You know, we can, I can show you this tomorrow up close. But as you can see, still growing. This big one here on top, you can't really see it on the video, but there are two really big, huge cells there. That is so beautiful. This is awesome. That is awesome. The whole thing is awesome. I love it. There's one thing I don't like, that is that bit there. That's just one little bit that I don't like. And I'm not going to do anything to it. Well, maybe I will. Oh, wait a minute. I think I could do something with a toothpick. There we go. Just make it like it has a sort of thing around the edges. There we go. Okay, that's all I'm gonna go do to it. Yeah, that's it. Wow, wait a minute. You know, sometimes you just want to make sure that people know that they go together. There you go. Now it looks like that's happening on both sides. Okay, guys, well, I hope you really like this pour. I do. I'm gonna make sure that I put it somewhere where no one can disturb it, because that's one of the things that is a little bit, you know, a problem here in the studio, because we package the stuff for the web shop, and you have to have this, not, you know, that someone can drop something on it or get dust or hair in it. I don't like that. So my husband will be thinking about a way to do something with it. Now, please, if you want to really see cool stuff, go back with your video, go back a couple of minutes and see how this is grown. This is so awesome. I love that. I love it. And if you want to buy it, the first one that mails me gets to buy it. So let me know. You know about the prices. This one I'd sell for, say, let's see, 3 times 15. This one will go for 79 euros. So, you know, and including shipping and the whole thing. But this is just totally awesome. I'm going to make some pictures before I put the video up, because I want this as the first picture you see. This is totally awesome. I love it. Okay, guys, thanks all. Love you all to pieces. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.